Hello, this is Emma with the Lifestyle Medicine Collective. I am here this morning to take you through a basic beginner level physical rehabilitation series. So I've been struggling with back pain all summer and hip stuff and sciatica and who knows what else. And I'm also working with a client who's had a full pelvic reconstructive surgery after an accident. So we have been going through this routine, and I figured that I would just hit record this morning and share it with you. So we're going to cover hips, spine, and pelvis, and maybe a few other things too. So all you need is a mat, and we'll use a little step later at the end, but I will take you through that. All right, we're going to do 10 of everything. So we'll just start on your back with one knee bent. Core is stable, so everything's really intentional as you move. And you'll just go through 10 leg lifts. So this is controlled. We're thinking more about rebuilding strength and alignment rather than stretching, although you'll probably get some stretch here. So just going at your own pace. I'm taking it nice and slow when we do physical therapy type things and we're trying to rewrite that nervous system pathway in a safe way. We want to make sure everything is very controlled and that we don't shock or threaten our system in any way. And so it doesn't matter for these purposes if your toe is flexed or pointed, as we're just focusing on the hip flexor, other side. You might notice one side. If you are rehabbing something, of course, you'll notice that the injured side is probably a bit more challenging. All right, good. And with bent knees, then you'll go through pelvic rocks. So this is picking up your lower back and then tucking under and tucking your tailbone. So you're doing a little rock just with the pelvis and not doing a full glute bridge yet. So you're lengthening the distance between your hips and your ribs, and then you're shortening the distance. I lost count. I'll do one more. So that pelvic tilt, you might notice that you can engage your lower abs here to lift rather than just squeezing through your hips. So that's one thing to focus on and notice is where is the work, what muscles are doing the work. So you can squeeze your glutes to tuck, and you can also use your lower abs. And so those work together. And then we'll do 10 full glute bridges, peeling yourself up, rolling down. Make sure you're breathing, keeping it safe, keeping it controlled and intentional. more. All right. And we'll go legs up. So that pelvic rock where you push your tailbone down, that's what you're going for here. So there shouldn't be any space between the mat and your lower back. You should have your spine firmly pushed into the floor, and you do that by using your abs. So that might be enough to just hold it here. But if you're able to drop the foot without losing the contraction in your abs. Keeping that spine pushed down. Ten each. Good. Just reset. Okay, we'll move on. So turning on your side, you have bent knees and prop up onto your elbow. And then from here, you will push up using the hip, the outside of that bottom hip. And you can push your hips forwards if you want. So I'm kind of going 90 degrees, and then you come up and push forwards. So you're going from a chair position, like a seated position, and then pushing up and forwards, extending your hips. You can also add at the top a clamshell if you'd like. That definitely gets a little harder, and if you are rehabilitating, this will probably be plenty to just lift the hips up here. While we are on this side, we're going to go ahead and just do inner thigh here too. So just crossing over our Jane Fondas. So you can flex that foot and lead with your heel to get the inner thigh. So these movements are not, they're not super functional. Like you don't really do these movements in your daily life. But when it comes to recovering from an injury or fine tuning or just trying to get back to pain-free movement, these exercises aren't going to make you, they're not going to burn a ton of calories, and they're not going to get you super lean and strong. This is dedicated for physical therapy type, physical rehabilitation. My other side. So starting with that abduction, which is pushing the hip down, up, pushing into the mat and opening to a clamshell if you want. And external rotation. Hi. I'm taking my kids to the Dells today, to a water park, so I've got to be pain-free.
Yeah, today's my birthday.
I don't know if they can hear. I got headphones in. It's her birthday today. So I am, along with her regular consumer birthday gifts, I'm going to try to be pain-free so I can play. Let's do one more. All right, inner thigh crossing over. Lead with that heel. All right, and then on your belly. Okay, so we'll do feet down, legs stay down. And when you're lifting, you're trying to lift from like your upper back or even your mid back and not your head, right? So you're trying to keep neutral alignment. So beginner version, just keep your arms down and just lift and lower. I'm going to do this next variation where you go arms up. You do a lat pull while you're up, extend and down. One more. Okay. And then we go opposite arm, opposite leg. So right arm, left leg. And left arm, right leg. Again, make sure your head's not leading. Head stays neutral. It's kind of just hovering. Trying to keep the leg straight so it's not coming up here. Okay, that's probably close. Okay, so reset. Just let your body tell you what it wants to do to reset. We'll do one more thing down here. So you're going to be on your forearms. And so you're using your hip flexors and your abs to bring you up. So what initiates the movement is you think about pushing your thighs into the mat and you pull your belly up and you're doing like a pelvic tilt. And then you lower back down. So you go from that arched position, like that pelvic arch. It's like a cat-cow, but you're using your muscles to get into that cat position. So tightening up the abs. If you feel it in your back at all, then stop. All right, next version of that is a little more advanced. Feel free to join, or you can just watch for another time. So coming into, I don't know, this position, hands and feet, kind of butt in the air, and then you drop your knees and pick your knees up. course, this is not all inclusive. We could never possibly do every exercise. There's just infinite variations. So this is just kind of a foundational little rehab routine that covers everything a little bit. We'll do a thoracic twist, so hands and knees, one hand behind your head. You'll twist in and up. Just good for mobility, which is important for physical rehab. I call it physical rehab because I'm not a credentialed physical therapist, but this is basically what you do, or some of what you do in a physical therapy routine. Okay, side. All right, and then bird dog, opposite arm, opposite leg. So you'll set yourself up with about shoulder width space between your hips and your knees. And then you'll go one arm and opposite leg. So you might just hold here, or if you want to, bring it in and extend. And so you're in a neutral spine, trying to keep your spine still. Of course, there are other variations, but keeping it basic for this series. Other side. All right. Okay, and then sitting. We're almost done. Is that a Lego? We're on the hunt for missing Legos. There's one.
I think it was there.
Okay, so sitting up, one leg bent. It's harder than it looks. Just lifting the straight leg. Nice.
It's easy.
Sit up tall if you can. It's very isolated for hip flexors. Other side. Oh, okay. Let's see, we're almost done. We did. Yeah, okay. So we'll finish up this basic routine. Like I said, there's a lot more that we could do, but this is just foundational. So I need my step. So you might want to do this on a stair. Where's my step? What happened to that green step? I guess I can use the mat. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna.
Can I do it with you?
Yeah, you can do it with me. So we're gonna move this over here.
Is it that up?
Nope. Way easier than
It's way easier than mine.
what you need. All right, so we're gonna go on the mat or on a step. It's a little mushy, so this is a little harder because it's mushy. And what you're trying to do is you're just gonna sit your hip back and tap the floor and back up. Oh, this is mushy. So it looks like this from the side. Sit your hip back, tap the floor, and come back up. It's hard on this mushy thing. Where is the step? It's low. I was just winging it today. Up, bend that knee. Yep, exactly. So it's like a baby squat, and you're just using a
That's
single
easy.
leg. And try not to push off the
I'm not pushing up.
Other one, you're just tapping up.
I'm tapping. Nope.
All right, that's 10 at least. But there's an ant under your foot that you don't want to squish. So you got to be gentle and light. So you tap light.
I thought you meant a real ant.
Eight, 9,
Oh, this is 15.
10. And then finally, calf raise. So you can go off a step or you can just go. Let's see. Well, it's weird that it's opposite on the camera. So you drop your heels and push up. That's better. All right, that's 10. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining. And I'll try to say happy birthday to my daughter. She's 10 today. I will try to get some more videos for you in the future. Okay. Have a good one. There we go. 20 minutes. Could do that every day. No excuses. All right. Bye.